Lovely Tuesday midday. How are all of you doing? Another great day in Kentucky. Loving the weather outside. It's warming up. It's gonna get wet again tonight. So, got a few things. Well, not a few, just a couple. Got a couple things for you guys today. As always, some good stuff. Lovely Biden. Our lovely shadow puppet president. Are you guys ready for this horse shit today? I love it. I love the shadow government. I love the beautiful BS that they put out for us to make us think they're in charge. And I'm going to get on a roll with this one today. Just so you know. And I know I'm on lunch break and I've only got a certain amount of time. But I am going to be on a roll with this one today. I'm feeling kind of spunky. Executive Order 14015, February 14th. Establishment of the White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. I'm to the point where I just don't even, I really almost don't even know what to do with this. Guys, I don't. Like, don't get me wrong. I have nothing wrong with faith. You guys have seen enough of my videos to know that I have nothing wrong with faith. And, you know, organized religion for me is a little less desired, but, you know, whatever floats your boat. The issue I take with this is really a lot of the verbiage and the message that that you know, the machine is pushing with this. That we need to use faith-based community services and organizations in low-income and underserved areas. But they had to push it in there, notably persons of color. Here we go again. Like, you know, every time he signs an EO, like, we should be playing Whitesnake in the background. You know, here we go again. That's where we are. Where we need, as he calls it, equal protection of laws and free exercise of religion. Well, you know what? The Constitution gave us that already. We already have that. What he's doing is he's trying to financially or non-financially with organizations build up these communities. Pour money into these communities with grants, contracts, partnerships. Give them money. That's basically what this is about. It's about giving them money. Sorry, I have something in my tooth. Give them money. Give them money. All about people of color, faith-based, underserved people of color, giving them money for their organizations. That's really all it is. He might as well have just come out and said, okay, well, let me write a check to Black Lives Matter. Yeah. That's where we are. You think he came up with this shit on his own? no. This guy has no thought of his. Barack Hussein Obama did this and had Jill's wife sign it for him. I mean, we've all seen that, right? Where like this is not Joe's signature. Please tell me that you all have seen that. I know you have. I know you have. Like, she's been signing all of them for him. You know, just stamping her little signature, forging his little signature on it. So, yeah, that's a funny haha for today. Like, yeah. Why do we need to be donating money to all these churches? Like, they're tax exempt. They don't pay taxes. Everything they collect goes straight back to their church. And now we want to give them federal grant money. I don't know, guys. Again, it's just coffee again today. Again, you know, what are we doing? What the hell are they doing? So let's just move on, because I can't, you know, it's about like the $21,000 bailout for federal employees because of what a strain it has put on their families to have to homeschool their children, you know. But Nancy, who lives down the street from me, has had to quit her job because of NTI, not being able to work. She's a single mom. You know, there's no bailout for her. There's no bailout for them. No, not the working class. Yeah. No, we want you on government assistance programs. So we want you enslaved in the chains of government assistance. That's what we want for you. Socialism at its finest. Yeah, I told you guys, I'm spunky today. It's gonna be a rant session. All right, so another executive order from February 14014, February 10th. Blocking property with respect to the situation in Burma. This one is almost just as hilarious. And this one just goes to show how scared the big machine is of us. And when I say us, I talk about the American people. They are scared to death of us. That is so liberating. And I want you guys to hear that. And I'm going to say it again for all of you in the back that didn't hear it the first time. They are scared to death of us. And that is liberating. It is liberating as hell. And this piece of paper proves it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, because I don't know the details, and I should be looking at it. I don't know the details of what's going on in Burma. I don't know if the election was really stolen and the military went in and said, screw you, you're not stealing our elections. But considering what we just went through, President Biden and our shadow government came out with this executive order stating that the US of A finds that the situation in relation to Burma, in particular, the coup, in which the military overthrew the democratically elected civilian government of Burma and unjustly arrested and detained government leaders, politicians, human rights defenders, journalists, and religious leaders, thereby rejecting the will of the people of Burma as expressed in elections held in November 2020 and undermining the country's democratic transition and rule of law, constitutes an unusual an extraordinary threat to the national security and foreign policy of the United States. And I hereby declare a national emergency to deal with that threat. How in the hell does what's going on in Burma have anything to do with the United States national security? Unless they are scared to death that the American people, knowing that we had a fraudulent election, gets the bright idea to take our country back. Now, is that not the most liberating thing you have ever heard? That they are so scared of the American people that they got to put it in an executive order about Burma taking back their country. And because that doesn't affect our national security. There's no way in hell that what's going on in Burma affects our national security. And if you disagree with that, then please, by all means, tell me how it affects our national security. Please. If you think it does, explain to me how it does. I'd like to hear your view on that. I would absolutely like to engage you in that conversation. So basically, further out through this order, it states that we're not allowed to aid or abet Burma military, assist anyone attempting to escape, or send monetary or goods in support of the coup. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. I mean, this is hysterical to me. Again, this is Executive Order 14014. You know, no donations. No, I mean, I am just I got a good laugh reading these GEOs today. I mean, it just I got a good laugh out of it today. So if you guys want some entertainment, this will definitely do it. Yeah. Yeah, we have no right to interfere in another country's political issues when we can't even handle our own. Well, we can't even hold a legal, fair, constitutional election in our own country. We sure as hell have no business telling another country what they can and can't do in their election. So, you know, Biden's dementia is getting worse by the day. And the fact that he is appointing old Kamala to do all of the interactions with the foreign leaders, what does that tell you? Whatever puppet master he has is really pulling his strings. It won't be long. It won't be long before they deem him unfit, and they kick him to the back burner so she can be head of the shadow government. I can't wait for all this to implode. I really can't. I can't wait for all this to implode, because it's gonna implode. It won't be long, and it's gonna all implode. You know, I'm looking forward to that day, because all of these EOs, they're really not worth the paper that they're written on. But still, at the end of the day, we need to, watch these cats. They're there's some real pieces of shit up there. I don't know. Yeah. I'm curious. There was a news story that popped up from the fake news while I was getting ready for this video today. Again, fake news. Fake news. Biden administration imposed sanctions on 7 Russian officials in response to the poisoning and imprisonment of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. He's not going to enforce sanctions on anything. That's not going to happen. You got to be president to enforce sanctions. Like, you're not even going to enforce sanctions on Iran and China. You want to go after Russia. I mean, what the hell? Stupid. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. Have you noticed how we haven't heard anything about our lovely protests and burning down cities and Black Lives Matter since the election? That's all kind of went away. It's all kind of went away. I'm curious about that. We just all of a sudden stop having a racist country, racist police overnight. It just kind of goes away. I love how Biden, in one of his town halls, said that there was no vaccine before he became president, but yet he got the vaccine before he took office. I mean, I cannot emphasize how ill this man is. This man is ill. I mean, he is cognitively, he is ill. And whether, you can come at me and say, oh, well, he was joking when he said he has to ask his wife every morning when he wakes up where he is. You can say that was a joke all you want to, but considering all the other things that have spewed out of his mouth, you can't convince me that he was joking when he said it. He doesn't think that people in rural areas or Black people know how to use a computer or the internet. That is one of the most racist things I've ever heard. Because, I mean, I live in a rural area. I have a college education. I can use the internet. And guess what? I live in a rural area and there's Black people here and they know how to use the internet too. So, I don't understand why the mainstream fake news media is allowing him to get by with how he degrades rural communities, how he degrades inner city communities, how he degrades people of color constantly. You know, if Trump had said that, they'd have been screaming for him to be hung on a noose. But because a Democrat says it, it must be true. I mean, if I was a person of color, I would be so insulted by the things that he says. I mean, he basically calls them stupid on a daily basis. Wake up. Wake up. You're not stupid. And as far as all these white people out here screaming about inequality and inequity, do you really think that black people need you to speak for them? Stop it. Stop it. They don't need us to talk for them. This whole white privilege thing, it's made up. Black people don't need us to defend them. If they're offended, or if they have problems with their social injustice movement, they can speak for themselves. They're not incapable of that. Like some of you white people think they are. They need help along. It's insulting. If I was a person of color, I would be insulted. Just saying. So, stop it. Stop it. You think that you're, being supportive and being... No. You're being condescending. You're being condescending assholes. That's what you're being. It's really sad. It's really sad and pathetic. You need to stop. Just saying. You're making yourselves look bad. You're making yourselves look really bad. Anyway, so entertainment, EOS, crappy ones today. Entertaining but crappy. Take a look at them. We're telling people how to run their elections. We can't run our own. We're telling, people of color and their faith-based organizations that we're just going to start throwing money at them, giving them as much as they want. Their grants and programs and, make sure that they have a right to worship, which the Constitution gives us anyway. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You just can't. You just can't. You just can't. I love it. You just can't make it up. So, that's my daily rant for the day. Gonna explore a few others for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday though, so tomorrow is my long video night, possibly a live. Haven't been getting much on my lives. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live or if I'm just gonna do a really long video. I haven't decided yet. So, but I will post up a short quickie video early tomorrow during the day to let you know what we're gonna do. And where to find me. So, outside of that, we're supposed to get some more rain. Gonna be doing some more flooding. Yuck. So, be safe out there this evening while it's raining. If you come across standing water, turn around. Don't drown. Water rescues suck. Firefighters and police don't do them. Don't make them. Be well. Stay feisty. Be loud. Be obnoxious with your voice. Have fun with it. And don't wear a mask. That's my message for the day. Don't wear a mask. They suck. We're not going to do that anymore. So until tomorrow, you guys have a great night and more info to come.